All right, everybody, welcome back. We are diving into something today that's pretty out there.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about a device that claims to use just magnets
Wow.
to treat everything from stroke recovery
Okay.
to insomnia.
Interesting.
It's called the RTMS Repetitive Transcranial Magnetic Stimulator for stroke insomnia, depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, autism, HYP, or activity.
That's quite a mouthful.
That's quite a name.
Yeah.
Like a lot going on there.
A lot of conditions.
Yeah, so many conditions. So
Right.
that's what we're going to dive into today. Is this a sign that this thing can actually do all that, or is this a red flag?
Yeah. Is this a sign of versatility, or are we going to find some problems here?
Exactly. So first off, what even is an RTMS device?
So RTMS stands for Repetitive Transcranial Magnetic Stimulation.
Okay.
And basically what it does is it uses these magnetic pulses to stimulate specific areas of the brain.
So it's like zapping your brain with magnets.
Well, not zapping exactly. Think of it more like these magnetic pulses are like little tiny wake-up calls for your brain cells. They're gently nudging them to be more active.
So like a little brain workout.
Yeah, you could think of it that way.
Okay, interesting. And the product description talks about it improving blood circulation, metabolism, and nervous system regulation. How does it do all that?
Well, so the idea is that by stimulating these brain cells, you can actually improve the function of different brain regions.
Okay.
And that can have downstream effects on things like blood flow, how your metabolism is working, and how your nervous system is regulating different processes in your body.
So it's not just directly affecting those things. It's kind of like a chain reaction.
Exactly. It's kind of like a domino effect.
Okay, fascinating.
Yeah. And this is where the concept of neuroplasticity comes in.
Neuroplasticity.
Yeah. Have you heard of that before?
I feel like I've heard that word, but I don't know exactly what it means.
So neuroplasticity basically refers to the brain's ability to change and adapt over time. It's like this amazing superpower that your brain has. It allows it to form new connections, strengthen existing ones, and even rewire itself in response to experiences and learning.
So like when you learn a new skill,
Exactly.
the brain is actually changing.
Your brain is literally rewiring itself to accommodate that new skill.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and so with RTMS, the idea is that by stimulating specific areas of the brain, we can actually encourage that neuroplasticity.
See.
And potentially help to improve things like mood, motor control, cognitive function.
So it's kind of like a brain gym.
Yeah, you could think of it that way.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. But this device, it claims to treat like a million things.
Right.
The product description lists everything from cerebral hemorrhage recovery to Tourette syndrome in children. Is it really a cure-all?
Well, it's important to be a little skeptical
Yeah.
when you see claims that are that broad.
Right.
While there is definitely some legitimate research on RTMS, and it's showing promise for a lot of different conditions,
Oh, yeah.
it's unlikely that one device can effectively treat such a wide range of things.
Yeah, that makes sense. So what are some of the conditions that it's actually been shown to be helpful for?
So there's a growing body of evidence that suggests that RTMS can be effective in treating certain neurological and mental health conditions.
Okay.
For example, there have been studies showing that RTMS can be helpful for people with depression.
Really?
Yeah, particularly those who haven't responded well to traditional antidepressant medications.
Interesting.
It's also being investigated as a potential treatment for anxiety disorders, obsessive compulsive disorder, and even PTSD.
Wow. So it's not just for like physical problems with the brain, it can actually help with mental health stuff too.
Exactly. It's showing a lot of promise in the realm of mental health.
That's amazing. And what about the other stuff on the list, like stroke recovery and autism and all that?
So those areas are still being actively researched.
Okay.
There's definitely some promising preliminary findings, but more research is needed.
So it's not quite ready for prime time yet.
Not for all those conditions.
Gotcha. But it's definitely an area to watch.
Definitely an area to watch. There's a lot of potential there.
Okay, cool. So let's talk about how this particular device works. The description says it's 4 functions in one.
Yeah, 4 functions in one.
First, there's the RTMS, which we've already talked about, but then it also mentions frequency conversion, vibration, massage limb, neuromuscular electrode stimulation, and physical nucleus stimulation. What is all that about?
It sounds like they're trying to kind of combine a few different therapeutic approaches into one device.
Okay, so it's like a multi-tool for your brain.
Yeah, kind of.
What's the vibration massage for?
So the vibration massage could be aimed at helping to relax muscles and improve blood flow,
Okay.
which could be beneficial for things like stroke recovery or even just general pain relief.
So it's like a massage gun for your head?
Well, not exactly, but it's using vibration in a therapeutic way.
Okay, interesting. And what about the limb stimulation?
So the limb stimulation might be helpful for people with conditions that affect their motor control,
Okay.
like cerebral palsy or Parkinson's disease.
Mhm.
It could help to improve muscle strength and coordination.
And what about the vestigial nucleus stimulation? That one sounds intense.
Yeah, that one's a bit more technical.
Okay.
So the vestigial nucleus is a part of the brain that plays a really important role in balance and coordination. And stimulating this area might be helpful for conditions like ataxia.
Ataxia.
Yeah, it's a condition that affects your coordination and balance.
Okay.
So stimulating the vestigial nucleus could potentially help to improve those symptoms.
Interesting. And the product description mentions 3 independent control channels and 10 limb electrode modes. What does all that even mean?
So basically it means that you have a lot of control over how the device is stimulating your brain and your limbs.
Okay.
You can adjust the intensity, the frequency, and even the specific areas that are being targeted.
So it's like a customizable brain workout.
Yeah, you could think of it that way.
That's pretty cool. So we've got this device with all these different functions and settings, claiming to help with a huge list of conditions. What should our listeners take away from all this?
I think the main takeaway is that this is a really interesting and potentially promising technology.
Yeah. Right.
But it's important to approach it with a healthy dose of skepticism.
Right.
Don't believe everything you read on a product description.
Definitely not.
Do your own research, look for credible scientific studies, and if you're considering using something like this, definitely talk to your doctor first.
Couldn't agree more. And for those of you who are interested in learning more about this device and maybe even trying it out for yourself, we've included a link in the description where you can find the cheapest price.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a price comparison portal, so you can be sure you're getting the best deal.
Very cool.
And while you're down there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like.
Yes, please do.
And share with anyone who might be interested. And let us know your thoughts on this intriguing device in the comments.
We love hearing from you guys.
Until next time, keep on diving deep.
See you later.